It is Monday, September 28th, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Apologies for the late show today. I didn't crawl in bed from the Las Vegas NASCAR weekend until almost 7 a.m. this morning, but I'm back at it, and there is a lot to talk about from the dirt racing weekend that was. First up, the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series finished off a 3-race weekend with action at Wayne County Speedway in Ohio on Friday night and Lernerville Speedway on Saturday. On Friday, Brad Sweet led the field to green at Wayne County in the series' first stop at the Ohio Speedway since 1985. Sweet and Shane Stewart led the first 11 laps, but this night belonged to Sheldon Haudenschild. His NOS Energy number 17 has been tuned up lately, and he wasn't going to be denied at his home racetrack. He took the lead on lap 12 when Shane Stewart bobbled on the cushion and never looked back. He drove away to his 6th win of the season over a very happy hometown crowd. Stewart, Sweet, Donnie Schatz, and Rico Abreu rounded out the top 5. As for the points battle, it was a night that Logan Schuchart didn't need. He had to transfer into the night's feature from the B-main and finished 15th, giving up a vital ground to Brad Sweet. At Lernerville on Saturday, Kerry Madsen led the field to green from the pole, but it was second starting Sheldon Haudenschild who grabbed the lead at the start. Just past halfway, Sheldon's lead was over 6 seconds as he knifed through lap traffic. Behind him, James McFadden, David Gravel, Darren Pittman, and Logan Schuchart battled inside the top 5. Coming to 2 laps to go, though, there was heartbreak for Sheldon. He shredded the right rear tire just past the start-finish line, giving up a 7-second lead. That sent Sheldon to the work area for a fresh tire and handed the lead to David Gravel. On the restart, Gravel held off McFadden to take his 5th win of 2020. McFadden was 2nd, Darren Pittman 3rd, Logan Schuchart 4th, and Kerry Madsen was 5th. Sheldon ended up 13th. I know it wasn't what they wanted by any stretch of the imagination, but we were a broken shock and a flat right rear tire away from a weekend sweep by that 17 bunch. They have been very good, especially lately, and they've won 6 of the last 21 Outlaw races. As for the standings leaving the weekend, Sweet is out front of Schuchart now by 40 points. Schatz is 98 back. Sheldon and Carson Macedo continue to fall further behind, both of over 150 points back now. There are 9 races left, with the series heading to Williams Grove this weekend for the National Open that will pay $75,000 to the winner on Saturday. More on that later in the week. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series was at Brownstown Speedway on Friday and Saturday night for the Jackson 100 weekend, and the drivers came out in force to support the event. I heard James Essex say it was the biggest car count at Brownstown in 11 years, with Friday having 59 cars and Saturday having 60. The Friday night feature was led to green by Devin Moran, and it was wild out front in the early going. We had 6 lead changes among 4 drivers in the first 14 laps. Moran, Billy Moyer, Ricky Thornton Jr., and Josh Richards all took their turn out front. On lap 14, though, Richards grabbed the top spot from his 7th starting position, and he never looked back, leading the rest of the way to take the $10,000 win. Thornton was 2nd, Earl Pearson Jr. 3rd, Jonathan Davenport 4th, and Zach Dome finished 5th. For the 100-lapper on Saturday night, Kyle Strickler was the pole sitter, but Jonathan Davenport grabbed the early lead from 2nd. By lap 15, Tim McCreadie had moved up and grabbed the lead from Superman, and he quickly set sail out front. Over the remaining 85 laps, it was all McCreadie out front. He held off brief challenges from Zach Dome and Davenport and drove away at the end for the $15,000 Jackson 100 triumph. Davenport was 2nd, Tanner English 3rd, Zach Dome 4th, and Earl Pearson Jr. was 5th. It was a rare off weekend for points leader Jimmy Owens. He needed a provisional to start the feature on night 1 and finished 14th and 15th the 2 nights. The win for McCreadie was his 7th Lucas win of 2020. He's finished top 10 in 15 of the last 16 races, including 12 top 5s and 5 wins. He's chopped Owens' points lead down to 480, but there are only 5 race nights remaining this season. The series is back Friday night at Raceway 7 in Ohio. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series was also in action over the weekend after a few weeks off. The series took on Thunder Mountain Speedway in Pennsylvania for the first time ever. On Friday night, we saw something we hadn't seen in nearly 2 seasons, a Scott Bloomquist win. Bloomquist last won a World of Outlaws race at World Finals back in 2018. He only attempted 10 shows in 2019 with a best finish of 2nd, which he did 3 times. So far in 2020, back on tour as a full-time driver, Bloomer has had 9 top 5 finishes with a best finish of 3rd at Lernerville back in June. That changed Friday with a dominating win in which he led all 50 laps. It was a span of 44 starts without a win. Brandon Shepard, Darrell Lanigan, David Scott, and Max Blair rounded out the top 5. On Saturday night, it looked like we might have a first-time winner with the series. Darrell Lanigan led the early going, but just before halfway, Pennsylvania shoe Jared Miley grabbed the lead from Lanigan and quickly drove away from the field. He led all the way to the white flag lap, but as he rolled down the backstretch coming to the checkered, the yellow flag waved. That set up a restart with Miley chased by Brandon Sheppard. Miley slipped high on corner exit of 2 and had to get on the binders, and that was all Sheppard needed. Sheppard cleared him down the backstretch for the lead and then was able to fend off a slider from Miley coming to the white. In the end, it was Sheppard claiming his 14th win of 2020 with Miley second, Ashton Winger third, Mike Norris fourth, and Dennis Erb Jr. fifth. It was a huge bummer for Miley and a wild run to the finish. Shout out to Dennis Erb Jr. lately. He's on a string of 5 straight top 6 finishes, including a win back at Erie's. He has the best average finish in the series over the last 5 races right now at 3.8. With 6 races remaining, Brandon Sheppard continues to have a sizable lead in the standings. He leads Ricky Weiss by 288 points heading to Cherokee on Friday night. Cade Dillard, Darrell Lanigan, and Chase Youngins round out the top 5 in the World of Outlaws Late Model Series point standings. The USAC Sprint Cars and Midgets took to Gas City I-69 Speedway and Kokomo Speedway over the weekend for the double-double. Friday night at Gas City, a late move around the outside gave CJ Leary the sprint car win over Justin Grant, Brady Bacon, Chase Stockin, and Chris Wyndham. In the night's midget feature, Cannon McIntosh took the lead from teammate Dazen Persley on lap 3 and led the rest of the way to get his second win of the season. Tyler Courtney, Kyle Cummins, Tanner Thorson, and Emerson Axum rounded out the top 5. On Saturday at Kokomo, the sprint car feature turned into a late battle between Brady Bacon and Tyler Courtney. Inside 10 to go, the two swapped the lead 3 times, with Courtney using lap traffic to his advantage to lead the final 3 laps and take the win. Brady Bacon finished second, Chase Stockin third, Brandon Maddox fourth, and Shane Cottle was 5th. In the midget feature, Chris Wyndham drove up from 14th to take the lead with 8 laps left, and he drove away from the other NOS midget in Tyler Courtney to take the win. Tanner Thorson was 3rd, Cannon McIntosh 4th, and Buddy Kofoid rounded out the top 5. With 1 race left now for the sprint cars, Brady Bacon has a 30-point lead over Chris Wyndham. Chase Stockin is another 20 points behind Wyndham in 3rd. Things will certainly be wild at Lawrenceburg for the finale this weekend. With 4 races left for the midgets, Chris Wyndham holds a slight 8-point advantage over Tyler Courtney for the title. The midgets are back on October 9th at Wayne County Speedway in Ohio. In IRA action over the weekend, Bill Balog won the final 2 shows of 2020 at Dodge County Fairgrounds and the Plymouth Dirt Track to claim his 10th IRA championship. He won 12 of the 20 races this season. Scotty Neitzel, Jake Blackhurst, Russell Borland, and Jeremy Schultz rounded out the top 5 in the standings. So big congrats to Bill Balog. Other weekend open wheel winners include Anthony McCreadie taking home $20,000 at Selinsgrove, Andy Forsberg winning the Adobe Cup at Petaluma Speedway, Chase Magic at Keller Auto Speedway, Blake Hahn in Power Eye West midget action at I-44 Riverside Speedway, Zeb Wise won in 410 competition at Fremont, and Freddie Raymer was a winner at Williams Grove. For more weekend open wheel winners and results, visit tjslideways.com. Jake O'Neill swept the Fall Jamboree weekend at Deer Creek Speedway with the US MTS Modifieds. Rodney Sanders is still the series points leader there. Other weekend late model winners include Frank Heckenass Jr. at Tri-City Speedway, Logan Robertson at Richmond Raceway, Brandon Overton at Sonoya Raceway, and Freddie Carpenter at Atomic Speedway. For more late model results, check out dirtondirt.com. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Monday. You can find DIRTRACKR Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. Stay tuned later tonight. I've got a fresh Dirt Tracker Conversations episode that will appear in this podcast feed and on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more DIRTRACKR Daily.